right, we live. We live. Hey, what's up, y'all? What's going on? Sad day in the entertainment world for Theo Huxtable, aka Malcolm Jamal Warner. We're gonna get into it, but Bill Cosby breaks his silent about Malcolm Jamal Warner. So we're gonna get into it, man. We can give y'all time to come in here real quick and hit that like button, double tap the screen, like this video. We're gonna get into it. Yeah. Come on in, y'all. Shout out to y'all tuning in. All right, man, we're gonna get into it, man. So recently, Malcolm Jamal Warner passed away in Costa Rica with his family. It's like they went on a family trip and he drowned from a high tide. That's what they said. He drowned from, which I'm gonna pull up this TMZ article real quick before we get into Bill Cosby. All right, hold on, y'all. Just trying to get this. Yeah. All right. Please double tap the screen on your way in. We're gonna get into it. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and pull this up. Let me pull this up, pull this up. All right. All right. So this article is the final photo from Costa Rica vacation before drowning. All right. So Malcolm Jamal Warner was looking forward to the R&R in Costa Rica just 1 week before his tragic passing at 54, and his arrival there captured what would be the final public picture of him. So this is him in Costa Rica. Look like he's at the airport or some shit. So they're like, all right. So the actor was photographed at the airport in CR.
You didn't pull that up on the screen, did you?
I didn't. It ain't on the screen. Oh shoot,
Nah.
my bad, y'all. My biggity, y'all. All right, here we go.
There you go.
All right. Yeah, man. Oh, let me get back into it. My bad, y'all. All right, so the actor was photographed at the airport in CR of Costa Rica, looking relaxed and low key on July 13th. He had just arrived on a flight from Atlanta exactly 1 week before his tragic death by drowning. So this is him at the airport. Okay, they got a video. We'll play this video. All right, so this is the last video recording of Malcolm Jamal Warner. All right, so TMZ broke the story. Malcolm Jamal Warner's body was found Sunday after he got caught up in a ocean current, resulting to an accidental drowning. Is that his best known for Theo Huxtable on the Cosby Show, and was recently hosting a podcast, Not All Hood. All right, there's a picture with him and his daughter, his wife. All right, let me go back up real quick, because TMZ did a video.
Whoopie, this way, whoopie.
Whoopie, can we have that down here? Right here. How long have I been here? How long have I been doing great?
Hey, that's Malcolm Jamal Warner.
Good to see you.
That's Malcolm Jamal Warner.
How you doing? What do you think of the show?
That's Malcolm Jamal Warner. Look at Malcolm. Look, boy. Look at him.
I
think it's cool.
But go see Independence Day.
Look at that boy. Look.
Go see Independence Day.
Hey, what's up?
Okay, Malcolm right up top. Malcolm, hello. Where's Malcolm?
Follow me. Here we go for the first couple.
Malcolm Jamal Warner.
Hi, Mr. Warner. How are you?
Hey, how you doing?
I'm great. So, we got to ask you, Theo Huxtable, growing up, we all watched you. Do you feel like you are forever Theo? Is that something that you've embraced? Or do you feel like you're kind of past holding on to
that's a part of history. That's a part
Right.
of television history, television royalty.
Right.
So I'm very glad to have been a part of that.
Right. Do you feel like it's helped you in like getting other roles, or do you feel like you're like, you know, like maybe when you walk into audition, people are like, Theo, like, have you
No,
ever anyone?
I'm past that, but I've spent a lot of my career
Right.
moving past that, and
Right.
I've done a lot of work since that show that has shown, I've got a body of work beyond,
of course,
Theo, to show that, that longevity has always been part of the plan.
I love that. So it hasn't been a hindrance. It's actually been pretty good for you.
It's been, yeah. I mean, there's give and take and everything, but it's something that it's an experience that I do not regret at all.
And shout out to Theo, man. Definitely legend, man.
We have been working on a story this morning that
Sure.
we now have the answer, because, and I say sadly, because what we've learned is that Malcolm Jamal-Warner, former Cosby Show star, died over the weekend. And we have an unconfirmed but very reliable source telling us what happened here. What we know at this moment, as we talk to you now, is that we're told from the source Charles just mentioned that this was an accidental drowning of some sort. And so, I mean, that's one of the reasons there's been commotion this morning. And we've been working on it. We confirmed the death. I can tell you that some members of the Cosby Show know and are very upset that Bill Cosby didn't know at the time we published, but is being informed right now. It probably knows right now because it's been just a couple of minutes. And it's just a really, really tragic turn.
Yeah. And he had been, even after the Cosby Show, working very steadily. He actually has a podcast that he does now.
Right.
And in fact, the latest episode just dropped a few days ago. So we had been told by one source, and again, we are still working to confirm every detail here, but by one source that he was on vacation at the time. So this was not apparently something that happened at his home. But we are going to try to get more information. Obviously, we will update you,
especially
throughout the show.
Yeah, if we get more by the end of the show, we will tell you.
Celeste from New York. I am absolutely devastated as someone. Malcolm Jamal-Warner was my first crush. I mean, I have loved him, loved his career. He was the most beautiful person. I had the pleasure of meeting him. He's commented on my social media posts that I've made about him. I mean, I couldn't think of a most warm, loving soul than this. And it's so, I can't believe it. Like, I'm looking at the headline. I thought maybe like somebody else associated with him. And it is just so devastating. I could tell you that you could talk about Cosby being America's dad. He was, for a generation of us, America's first love. Okay. He was our first love. He was vulnerable. He was funny. He was loving. He was a sweetheart. I mean, we grew up with Theo and even Malcolm as he grew up and doing other stuff in his career. This is such not the news that anyway, I loved him, and it's such a, oh God, I can't even go on about this.
No, we feel you.
No, we do.
It is the reaction a lot of people are having right now.
All right, let's get to Bill Cosby. So Bill Cosby got hit up by 6 ABC Philadelphia. So let's go ahead and get into this Bill Cosby reaction to Malcolm Jamal-Warner passing away. They actually contacted Bill and got Bill on the phone. Bro said it sounded like AI.
Malcolm Jamal-Warner, who played Theo Huxtable on The Cosby Show, has died. Warner drowned off the coast of Costa Rica yesterday while on a family vacation. Police in Costa Rica say Warner was caught by a high current in the water. Malcolm Jamal-Warner starred in all 8 seasons of The Cosby Show as Theo Huxtable. He won an Emmy for his role as the only son of Bill Cosby's character, Cliff Huxtable. I spoke to Bill Cosby, of course, a longtime Montgomery County resident right here in the Delaware Valley. He remembered his young co-star with fondness.
And yet Malcolm Jamal-Warner was still able to give life to the character you had in mind?
Very much so. Very Very, very much so. Malcolm, you could depend on Malcolm always going to the shelter to learn his lines, to gather his character, to come out and be ready. When news came, it was shocking, and of course my thoughts went straight to his mother, who worked so hard, and she was so wonderful with him.
Bill Cosby also sharing with me the humanity he remembers about Malcolm Jamal Warner. After The Cosby Show, Warner went on to star in several other shows, including the long-running medical drama, The Resident. Malcolm Jamal Warner leaves behind a wife and a daughter. He was 54 years old.
Yeah, Bill sound good. If that's Bill sound like he still got all his wits. You know what I'm saying? He don't sound like he all, you know.
Well,
I mean,
like he's
like
out
he
of
out.
it, like he
Yeah, like he all out of it.
dementia,
Right.
like dementia or something.
Dementia. Right. Yeah, he don't sound like he dementia. All right, so
Yeah,
all right,
Bill
we got
like 200 years old.
yeah, Bill like 90,000 years old. Shoot. Yeah. Yo, double tap that screen like this video if y'all can. Or hit the 3 dots at the top, drop down, smash the like button. All right, so we got some
Yeah, that could
celebrities.
have been an AI Bill.
That's the AI Bill?
It could have been AI
Man,
Bill. Like you
they
you
said
never
that's,
know these days.
I don't know. Let me play that back real quick. Let me hear that. I think that's AI
Could be,
Bill.
y'all. It could be AI Bill.
Let me see if that's AI. Let me play that back real quick.
He cloned the hell out of his voice. Yeah.
The character you had in mind?
Very much so. Very, very much so. Malcolm, you could depend on Malcolm always going to the shelter to learn his lines, to gather his character, to come out and be ready. When the shelter to learn his lines, to gather his character, to come.
Ain't no volume.
Oh shit. Oh my bad,
Yeah,
y'all.
ain't no volume,
Can y'all
bro.
hear me? Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, you
Good?
still trying to play the video because it ain't no volume, bro.
Nah, it ain't no video.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, this ain't no video. All right, so this is some people that responded to Malcolm Jamal Warner's passing. Some celebrities that was, you know what I mean? Said, let me see. All right, there's a few people on here responding. Tracy Ellis Rudd. I ain't even know she did a magazine cover with him. All right, so Tracy Ellis Ross said, "I love you, Malcolm. First, I met you as Theo, and the rest of the world. Then you were my first TV husband. My heart is so sad. What an actor and a friend you were. Warm, gentle, present present, kind, thoughtful, deep, funny, elegant, and you made the world a brighter place, sending so much love to your family. I'm so sorry for this imaginable loss. Tracy Ellis Ross. All right, you got Eddie Griffin. Y'all know Eddie. They did Eddie and Malcolm together. TV
Malcolm
show.
and Eddie.
Malcolm and Eddie.
Malcolm and Eddie. Yep.
All right, so Eddie Griffin said, "My heart is heavy today, for what the world lost was a father, a son, a poet, a musician, an actor, a teacher, a writer, a director, a friend, a warrior that I had the pleasure of going to war with against the Hollywood machine, and sometimes with each other, because that's what brothers do. The love was, this nigga ain't put no periods in there. He just did one run on John, no periods. The love was in the love and always there. You taught me so much, and I thank you. Rest well, my big little brother." All right, so that's Eddie Griff. All right, Jamie Foxx said, "Speechless on this one. Rest in power, my brother." Tyrese said, "A poem in tribute to the beloved brother Malcolm Jamal Warner. Said, today we lost a gentle giant, a man who's won our hearts, not by force, but by quiet grace." It says, "From the very beginning, Malcolm Jamal Warner reminded us of being calm, classy, sophisticated, soulful, and carry far in life." Yeah, you really never heard no dirt on, you know what I mean, on him. He squeaky clean image in Hollywood. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Basically a family man.
Yeah.
On and off screen.
Yep, on and off screen. Facts. This nigga Tyrese writing whole books, man. I ain't reading that shit. Tyrese, you tripping? He writing whole poems and shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like writing
Tyrese
whole.
always got, Tyrese always
He
got
go
to do extra.
overboard. Yeah, like look at all this he wrote. Like, bro, that boy tripping. He be actually sitting there typing all this, or Chat GBT be doing it for him. He probably went to Chat GBT knowing Tyrese. Crazy, bro. Nah, Tyrese. All right, something else I wanted to pull up too. Yeah, I got it. Hold on, y'all. What?
Hey,
You laugh?
he just played the hell out of Tyrese.
Hey, Tyrese typing all that.
Nigga with the chat. Nigga with the Chat GPT. Damn.
GPT, man. The hell going on? He actually sat there and wrote all that, Tyrese. All right, let me see if I can pull this up. Shoot. Yo, make sure y'all double tap the screen like this video, man. We definitely appreciate it. Man, I'm kind of slow here. What's up with all this? Okay, now what's going on? All right. All right, hold on, y'all. All right, so here we go.
Malcolm Jamal-Warner, along with podcast co-host, award-winning journalist Candace Kelly. So great to meet both of you guys.
Hey. Good to see you.
So a podcast.
Yeah.
You needed another venue to have something to say.
Man, that's crazy. He started a podcast. He can't even, like, man, they dropped the first episode of the podcast and he ain't even lived, you know what I mean, the rest of the podcast. I wonder if they do pre-record episodes. They probably did some pre-recorded episodes to put out. It's crazy though.
You're going to just take over all mediums. The name, Not All Hood.
Yes. Well, actually, Not All Hood was the name came from our third host, Wayusi Baraka, and the reason for the title is combating the narrative of Black life or Black culture that the media focuses on, and
that we're all one thing.
Yeah, and the whole concept is, we're not all hood. The Black community is not a monolith. There's so many levels and lanes to the Black community, and we wanted to have a space where we could acknowledge, discuss all of those lanes, because they're so varied in terms of our perspectives and our opinions and our ways of life, and we wanted to be able to have a place where we can talk about all of those things.
I'm feeling more on that because there's a lot of podcasts going on that's just all straight hood, just ratchet shit, and I feel him on that. You want to start a podcast like you know what I mean? To carry on that Cosby type legacy where we all not all hood. Everything is not all ratchetness and all that. It's some sophisticated Black folks out here that's educated, well spoken, that want to talk about real issues and not just talk about bull crap. Because most of these podcasts just talk about all, you know what I mean, crazy stuff, just all ratchetness, hood stuff, just ratchetness and, you know what I mean, who's sleeping with who and this and that. Like, nah, not everybody.
It ain't just the Black ones though, neither. It's all them.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Podcasters out there, they all talking nonsense.
Right.
And it's like that's what the algorithm push. That's what people listen to, and that's what the establishment want to be pushed. They don't want nothing really educated. They don't want nothing, no podcasts or no outlets out there that's really educating people on what's going on. They want the weird stuff out there. They want the low vibrational stuff. They want all that out there. That's what they want out there. Because when they put that type of energy out there, it just create a nation of ignorant people. And that's what they like.
I agree.
And that's why you don't see anything, with any substance when you see most of these podcasts. It don't have nothing to do with skin color neither. I see the same weird shit from all of them. And,
I agree.
Nothing educational, nothing that's going to help anybody out. Just all a bunch of nonsense. And I ain't gonna say all of them. There's some informal ones out there. The ones who talk about, you got a lot of the ones who talk about diet and health and mental health and all that. So you got a lot of podcasters that do that too. So it's not 100% of them, but it's a great percent of them is talking about nonsense.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's a whole bunch of nonsense, man.
I agree.
Discuss all of those things, and
the algorithm favors that too. They favor that nonsense. The algorithm favors that real quick. They push that shit get pushed, and it's based off of what people is interested in too. So I would say that
plays a big percentage. Fact.
Yeah, that's actually what happens. It's what people are catering to. You know what I'm saying? So what people are drawn to, the algorithm is going to push whatever majority of the people are into. That's what they're going to push. So if you have a lot of people that's into the same thing, the algorithm is going to favor that and push that content towards the people that's into that. You know what I mean? So
shed light on the not all hood aspects of who we are.
All right, and Candace, look, you do this a lot.
Yeah.
You got a lot to say.
I do.
Oh, she got you.
But for a podcast, that's a good thing.
Right. For the
Why
time.
do you want to be a part of this?
You know what? When we first started talking, we talked about it, not even with my involvement being on air. Just my involvement in the project was just an interesting part of the whole thing. But then we got in a conversation for about, 60, 90 minutes, all of us. And then we thought, you know what? This is really coming. Well, I guess y'all said that after you got off the phone. And so maybe she should join us. Yeah. And especially, since I do like to talk about different subjects and have been for so long. And certainly he has too. And so that's really how it came together. And we just talked really about kind of this master narrative that exists out there, that when we tell our stories and share our stories, we can really counter by just really sitting down and talking about our experiences. But there is one area that we chose to focus on, and that was being Black in America. So even if you were Jamaican or Ghanaian, when you come to America and people see you as they see you, there's a thread. And so that was important that we're talking about experiences in America, because abroad it's totally different. Mm-hmm. So that's how we really came up with this whole concept of people just being able to share openly and to see where we land and hope that there's enough discussion and counter discussion to make sure everybody's voices are heard, because there are so many, because we're not all a monolith.
Yeah. And who are you?
With that, like, man, I'm telling you. And damn, that's crazy though, because he's not even gonna be around to see his podcast even. I mean, if it take off or not. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's gonna draw more attention to the podcast since he's passed away. So a lot of people probably gonna tune into it. I think they already put their first episode out for this podcast too. So, I mean,
so we still officially don't know what happened. It was just reported that
it was just reported.
It was an accidental drowning, but nobody knows any actual real details yet.
Yeah.
Of course, TMZ just had a mysterious source that they say is reliable. But the information they get is not always 100% accurate.
Hell no.
We gotta wait and see what went on, what happened. They saying accidental drowning, but we don't know. I mean, the circumstances behind it.
Right.
They said a wave came and all this type of stuff, but
maybe it's,
you heard what Eddie Griffin said, how they was going at Hollywood after a while. So
yeah, right.
But then again, accidents like this do happen all the time when you playing with, when you're out there in the ocean.
Yeah. And that's gonna be a conspiracy. A lot of people gonna mention about it being, a sacrifice. And
yeah, that's why I briefly mentioned the Hollywood thing. What Eddie Griffin said, how they went up against Hollywood.
Right.
Because Hollywood, he wasn't really getting no huge roles like that. I mean, he got some pretty good roles other than the Cosby Show, of course. But you could tell he wasn't like in the in crowd.
Right.
Of Hollywood. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't at that that $20 million club Hollywood.
Right.
$20 million a movie,
Oh,
$20 million a series.
Right.
Type of ordeal.
Facts. Yeah, facts. He definitely wasn't.
Even though he was a good enough actor to be, I guess he just wasn't into shenanigans.
Yeah. Because the more the more you get offered bigger roles, it's just not just based off your talent. It's a lot of stuff come with that. A lot of these celebrities reveal what they have to go through in order to retain those big roles. You see what I'm saying? Like they gotta go through.
Yeah, it's politics.
Yeah, it's politics.
Yeah, the Hollywood politics, and then the shit that they be the little dirty shit that they be doing behind the scenes.
Yeah, I need you at this party. I need you at this hotel room. Meet me here. Meet me there. You gotta
fly out here. I'll fly you out on a private jet.
Yeah,
you get woken up at 3 a.m. in the morning, and they telling you to fly out somewhere.
Facts.
You don't even know what. Am I getting paid for it? You might. Who knows?
Right. Facts. It's just crazy, bro.
You know how this world works. It's always politics that's running everything.
Right. And most of them, like I said, some of them are just comfortable at the position they at. Like they don't want to move up higher and get the big roles. Because I'm pretty sure there's been offers on the table, but it seemed like you hear a lot of them say them offers on the table come with giving up your manhood.
Yeah, there ain't an actor out there that don't want the big role. They all want the big role, but still just not willing to do certain things to get that big role, even though they still want that big role. Because I mean, it's their career that we talking about. They take their career seriously, and what actor wouldn't want that big role? But it's just that some ain't going morally. Some of the shit you gotta do behind the scenes, they ain't even gonna go for that big role, because they already know what comes with that big role. Another big role. Pause.
Diddy. Yeah, and that's the thing. A lot of them Hollywood actors and actresses say. They said, they speak a lot about the industry couch. You know what I mean? Yeah. They speak a lot about that industry couch and them things you gotta do on them industry couches just to get certain roles. So if they want to put you in a big movie role, then you got play. So you mean to tell me all these big actors we see, like the major ones, like A-list celebrity actors that get the major roles, big blockbuster hits, You mean to tell me they had to do something strange for a piece of change, bro? Because according to
Who knows?
Lamont Sanford, he said everybody got to get into the play to
Because
remain
you
on
want that
top.
20 mil
Yeah, and if you
and
want to
more.
remain on top, yeah.
That $20 million club, won't you?
Yeah.
I mean, one gig is 20 million right off the top. That's an elite club.
Yeah.
That's in Hollywood. Only a select few get that.
Mm-hmm.
When you want to talk about elite pay in Hollywood, you'll lean more towards more efforts like Seinfeld and and Charlie Sheen at one point.
Yeah, yeah.
He was getting over $1 million a show for each episode on 2.5 Men. It was like 26, 27 episodes per season, and he was getting $1 million
Right.
apiece.
Now there was a time where they was going strictly off of talent, because it was at a time.
When was that? It seemed like it always been politics.
Well, it's always been politics. Yeah, it's always been politics, but like you didn't have being as though there were certain people that took on major roles as far as like even TV sitcoms. I couldn't see James Evans, John Amos giving up his booty to get on Good Times. See what I'm saying? I can't see Red Fox giving up his booty to get on to have a sitcom for Stanford and Son and shit.
Yeah, but they still wasn't getting the big bucks though.
Yeah, right. But you start to see
niggas was not getting the big bucks, bro.
Right. But then you start
they wasn't getting that Seinfeld money.
Nah. But then you start start seeing roles of certain celebrities, like for instance, the movie that The Rock and Kevin Hart did. Them niggas had to kiss in that shit, bro. Like they had them niggas kissing on the scene and shit. like I mean.
Yeah, you ain't never see this brother Malcolm Jamal-Warner. You ain't never see him in nothing like that.
Nah, you ain't never seen him in
like
funny
that.
Business. Nah.
Like a lot of the shit he did was a lot of wholesome shit.
Yeah. You ain't never seen him in no funny business.
Yeah, you ain't never hear about him being involved in no funny business.
Nah. Yeah, so it's not. It's just certain people just going to remain where they at, because they know if they want to move up higher and get some bigger roles, they got to give up something. Something got to give.
Yeah, I mean, why does it got to be like that? See, why are we sitting back and accepting this shit as the people?
Right. Like, why can't you just get get paid to show up to do your work and that's it? Why you got to go through all these chambers, through all these sex dungeons and shit to get a role, to get a big major role? You know what I'm saying?
That's because when you get all that money, they gotta be able to control you some type of way. So they want you to get involved with the funny business because they use that to blackmail you later. Because money equals power out here, and it gives you a voice, especially with fame and money mixed together. It gives people a voice, and they don't want that voice saying something that'll compromise the whole industry.
Right.
So they make sure. So in order for someone to get up high in the industry, they gotta have some dirt on you. So you gotta be a part of the funny business.
That's crazy.
That's the job that type niggas that Epstein. That's the type job that he was into.
Yeah.
He'd be the one to help get the dirt on the individual before they got into that elite club of $20 million and up, $30 million and up.
Yeah.
Each movie role or each role you get offered is $20-30 million per role.
Yeah. Right.
No matter what you doing. No matter what you doing, it's 20 million. Y'all know my number.
Right.
20 million. If you able to do that in those circles, then you had to do something because they gotta have something on you. So brothers like this brother here, he wasn't able to climb up the ladder as much.
Nope.
And get that and be in that $20 million club, because I guess there's some things he wasn't willing to do.
Nope. Terrence Howard said the same thing.
I guess Taraji P. Henson said the same thing too. That's why they wasn't really paying her like that.
Yeah.
And and Terrence Howard. You see, they took Terrence Howard out of Iron Man.
Yeah, they took him out of Iron Man quick.
He was he was the original. What's his name? What's Warhead or some shit? This nigga name is.
Him with Don Cheadle.
They replaced him with Don Cheadle.
Yep.
A light skinned nigga for an extra dark skinned nigga. Yeah, you see it one time, he Terrence Howard, the next time Don Cheadle. What the hell just happened?
Why did they do that anyway? I don't even remember why they switched those characters.
They ain't switched it. It's the same character. They just took.
Well, you know what I mean.
Actors.
Why they switched?
They ain't switched characters. They switched actors, huh?
Yeah. Why they switched? Yeah, that's what I was wondering. Why they switched? Didn't Terrence Howard?
I don't know. I guess they ain't like Terrence Howard how he worked.
No, I think Terrence Howard took another gig. And he didn't want to return.
Nah, they didn't like how they was saying
they
he
like
was difficult to work with.
Oh,
yeah.
they saying he was difficult
On
to
the
work
set,
with.
Yeah.
Because he was getting blackballed like a mug.
Yeah, hell yeah, he got blackballed till what's in it? Lee Daniels gave him a chance.
Right.
He was blackballed all the way up until Empire.
Right. And they
all the way from when he did Iron Man all the way up to when he did Empire.
Right.
He is blackballed in between that and a little bit afterwards too. They still don't really rock with him like that.
And the brother Isaiah Washington, they blackballed him because he ain't want to do no funny business.
You pretty much can see the celebrities who didn't do too much funny business because their career didn't go too far.
So that's what Cat Williams was explaining in that interview, that his career was basically, as far as his acting career in Hollywood, was replaced with Kevin Hart. So he basically said, there's a room full of us sitting in the room and they giving an ultimatum. He didn't take the ultimatum, but he wondering how the rest of them get the gigs that he turned down.
Yeah.
But he said he got approached by the same people that hired the other people to take the gig. So he said, all right, if I didn't do what I had to do, if I didn't do what they asked me to do to take the gig and I walked away, then he basically said, what did they do to get that gig? Because they offered him basically the same thing. What he said, Harvey Weinstein tried to give him some head in the meeting. I don't know how true that is, but we know that's what type of shit they be on. And so he basically saying Kevin Hart took his spot in Hollywood because he didn't want to do the things that they was trying to get him to do to get those big roles. I don't know, bro. I ain't saying Kev did any funny business, but based off the fact of them saying that you got to do some funny things to get to get big roles, Hollywood blockbuster roles. It's crazy. And we always see elements of that. Coming out of the industry with certain individuals that be speaking on shit. Like Dave Chappelle saying they want to put him in a dress. He like, nah, I don't want to wear a dress. And then you would start seeing other people talking about the industry couches and you know what I mean, and shit like that. So there's something going on in Hollywood. You know what I mean? For you to move up in a certain position, you got to get into a certain position. No Diddy. Man. Is it really even worth it? And them people be going, some of them be going to schools like Juilliard and all these performing, these school performing arts and going through all this shit just to make it. And they're like, damn, I made it here. I went through all that just to make it here. To be told I gotta give my ass up to get a role. That's crazy, bro. Like these niggas can't even do their job based off of talent. Like you go through all that acting classes and acting training and media training and you doing all this shit. And then you get to Hollywood and they say, man, you gotta get your ass up, man. I don't care where you been at. You gotta get your ass up to get this role, and that's it. Like, damn. Like, I don't even understand why Hollywood's still in business with some shit like that. It's crazy, bro. But I don't know.
Well,
crazy.
The reason why they gotta get their ass up because they gotta get dirt on them.
Right.
You can't just give someone all that fame And then you gotta think about they put some of these people in big blockbuster hit movies. You know what I mean? 20 million a pop for each role. And that's being broadcasted all over the world. You know, they become global stars. They don't need them speaking out against anything. So they want to have something on them. So it's
Yeah,
like
and
you're not
then
able to get into this door unless we have some dirt on you. So you got to go over there. You got to do this. You got to do that.
right, you
You know what
might
I'm
have
saying?
seen
You
it,
got to
right?
receive this
And
order
then
to
you might,
receive this.
and then your eyes might have witnessed something that they don't want to get out. Like your eyes seen some shit that you wasn't supposed to
Yeah,
see.
you all types of
That
inside
or that
information
you were
once you in
supposed to
that
see,
elite
but
club.
right, like people be seeing shit and just be turning a blind eye to certain things because they don't want to get, they don't want to get ousted. So they don't want to get put out of the club. So they see some shit, they gotta just shut up about it. Or they got so much dirt on you that if you say something, they could just leak the dirt that you was into. Yes, you said sometimes it doesn't have to be you, it could be your kids. Yeah, yeah, they get you some type, like you gotta give up something. That's the bottom line. You know what I mean? You gotta give up something. If it ain't you know, a sacrifice, a human sacrifice, or you know what I'm saying? You gotta, yup, you gotta give up your child or your wife or your husband, or you know what I mean, something. Something gotta get you on some dirt. They gotta get some type of dirt on you. They gotta have some type of power over you, so you won't go rogue with all that money. Can you imagine? They getting paid 20 million a film. Some of them signed deals where they got to play in a film that has sequels to it, like for instance Marvel. I mean, if you playing Iron Man, you got to continue on playing Iron Man. That's 25-30 million dollars a movie. So if you doing 7 Iron Man movies at 30 million a pop, how much money that is, bro? Yeah, they don't want you going rogue with all that money and all that power.
Exactly.
Like I said, they got so much
They damn
control
sure
over.
don't.
They got so much control over these top celebrities. We thinking got money and they got freedom. No, they don't have no freedom. They don't have freedom, man. Them niggas working hard as shit, being controlled, being told where to go, being told what to say. They can't speak out on certain issues.
At least it came with a few toys like a Happy Meal.
Right. Shit, he went
They
rogue.
sold to the devil. It was a crappy deal. At least it came with a few toys like a Happy Meal.
You think Ye went rogue?
I don't know. Some niggas are saying double agent. Some niggas are saying he went, you know what I mean? Like he actually is going against the industry. You never know out here, man.
Yeah, Terrell.
Sometimes
Yeah.
you just gotta let the Most High make that decision, because sometimes you just ain't gonna know. You don't know another man's heart.
Nope. Yeah, Malcolm
He could
Jamal
be
Warner
a triple agent.
Yeah, right.
He can make them think that he's with them and his heart ain't.
You like on some Michael Jackson?
Yeah, like you don't know what niggas out here doing, bro. You don't know what people hearts. You don't know where people hearts really be at.
Mike wasn't
I mean,
feeling
most
that.
people you can tell by their actions, but some people, you know what I mean, is a mystery. Ye would be the nigga that'd be the mystery.
Mike Jackson, you could tell he wasn't feeling all that was going on in the industry. He ain't like to be controlled neither. There's some people that come to this planet that they just don't want to be controlled. Mike Jackson's one of them people that ain't want to, because he been controlled his whole life. You know what I mean? Like, you gotta think about, he made these people all this money, including his family, including his daddy. Like, he been controlled his whole life, and eventually he just, you know what I mean? Especially after they try to put that charge on him. Yeah, he really said F off. He really went in like F everything, F the industry. I own half of Sony anyway, so F y'all. It said, Mike, you can't say this, Mike. You can't say sue me, Jew me. Mike said, oh yeah, all right, go ahead and cut it out. That nigga went overseas and did the video and said that shit anyway, just to prove a point that y'all can't control me. Yeah, it comes with a cost. Yeah, it does call. It does come with a price, though. Yeah, all that money and all that fame, that shit come with a price. Yeah, yeah. But Bill, on the other hand, Bill, what you know, they put Bill in position. So what you think Bill was out there doing to get put in the position that he was in to be like, you know what I mean, one of the,
I don't
you
know.
know,
They
one of.
tried to bring up some shit that Bill was doing back in the day.
So you think Bill probably was doing that shit back in the day, but
He probably was
just
doing dibbling and
yeah,
dabbling.
dibbling
But I
dabbling.
feel like they always was you know, open sexually and taking
Yeah,
drugs.
right.
I mean, who
Popping
knows? It could
pills,
have been some
pills,
people at those parties
right.
who wasn't expecting to be drugged, end up drinking something that you know something was in it, and it made them a little bit loose. I don't know. I mean, it's a possibility. You know what I'm saying? It's a big possibility, but you really don't know. You
Well,
really
Bill
don't
was
know. But Bill
Bill.
definitely was in that elite club
Yeah,
in
yeah.
Hollywood.
Bill ass was on Larry King on there bragging about putting that Spanish fly at the tip of a pen and dropping it in a chick drink. Remember, he was
Oh
laughing.
yeah.
Him and Larry King was up there just geeking it up when it came to talking about that. Because that during the time they was doing that, that was like the thing to do. Bill was like, hello. He said, you take the Spanish fly, put it at the tip of the pen, and drop it in her drink, and hello. I'm like, Bill, that's why he got your ass, Bill, doing saying that shit on there. He's got your ass saying that shit on there. Bill was on that joint bragging on Larry King about that. But then Bill was trying to make a whole lot of other changes to black television. So I think that's another reason why they targeted Bill too, because he was trying to get NBC and turn that shit into like he wanted all that nonsense and all the crap off of there. He wanted to, he wanted to turn it into, what he wanted to turn it to. Nice wholesome shows and shit like that. They like, nah, that ain't the move, Bill. That ain't the move. Bill used to be talking all that. Nah, but though, if you look back though, and you look at Bill, like Bill was saying some shit back in the day. He was exposing a lot of shit in them certain like videos he was doing where he would do these specials and he would talk about real shit. Yeah. Yeah, Bill was putting real information out at one point in time. Yeah. At one point in time he was putting real information out, but they was like, nah, Bill, this ain't the way to go. We don't need you uplifting the communities and shit. We don't need you uplifting that. Their idea was, we need more ratchetness. We need more craziness. And Bill was trying to just hold
Yeah, but Bill
communities
never
together.
did any. Bill never did no ratchet stuff.
Yeah, Bill wasn't about none of that shit. And
Yeah,
that's
he
what
didn't do nothing. He
yeah,
ain't
so
doing none of that.
yeah, so
Film
they, and that
farf, film farf.
yeah, and that's the thing. They wanted to go the route that they basically where we at today. And Bill was in the way of that shit. Remember, he's talking about against hip hop at one point in time about rappers and the rap and the shit nigga. Like Bill was in the way because Bill had a lot of influence over the community and the
That's why
culture.
when he wanted to buy that station, that was a no go. They didn't let him
Yeah,
buy that station,
nah,
and then
because nope.
they ain't let him buy that station. You gotta think about it. Who else tried to buy a station? Diddy.
Daddy tried to buy a
He
station.
blocked him too.
Yeah, what station he tried to buy?
Didn't he try to buy a station?
Nah,
Nah,
I don't,
they blocked him from what was it, from the football team or something he
yeah,
was
yeah,
trying to
football.
purchase? It
Hmm.
was a football team. Nah, it was something else too besides the football team. Because I think J-Lo was going for it too. Like they be blocking these dudes because they be doing this unauthorized. When you see people
Right.
get like they own station like Oprah,
Yeah,
that was authorized. Because you see the type stuff she put on there, it ain't nothing that'll ever be against the establishment. or any agenda that that establishment got going on. But since Bill didn't really F with the reality TV stuff, the ratchet stuff, the direction that they wanted, they see, the thing is the mainstream wanted to go into that direction so they could corrupt the people even more.
Yeah.
Bill then wasn't willing to go in that direction.
Yeah.
Even though he might live his life privately, you know, liberal and straight, but I noticed when he put the work out there to the world, he don't want it to look like that. He wanted to be more wholesome and shit like that. So, yeah, they definitely was against Bill.
Yeah, they ain't want Bill.
Yeah, they ain't want Bill.
Bill was in the way,
station, bro. And not to say if Diddy had purchased anything, he would have did anything wholesome, but that obviously Diddy was just too big headed. He was over like he thought he was one of them. Just being real, he thought he was one of them. He forgot that he was just a lapdog. He forgot he was just a lapdog of Satan.
Oh, Panama said he tries to buy Paramount with Jay-Z. That's what Diddy tried to do, buy Paramount.
Yeah, it was one of them, John. Yeah, was it Paramount? Yeah, he was trying to buy. Yeah, Diddy was always trying to, you know, go for that type of stuff.
They trying to buy Paramount is like one of the major networks.
Man, I don't know how he thought he was going to buy anything. With that type of mindset he had, I'm surprised they let him get as far as they did. Because you know they don't like no uppity. They don't like no uppity niggas.
And then Mike put the money together to buy Marvel.
Right.
Mike had the money to buy Marvel.
They be blocking these celebrities from making types of moves. And the ones who invested way too much money in crypto, they end up taking them out.
Yeah, right.
They don't even let them live. They find out you too invested in crypto, they gonna take you out.
Yeah, because you put yourself in a position of power.
Yeah, exactly. But this nigga owned too many Bitcoin. Let's get him the hell up out of here.
Yeah, he owned too much. I feel like that's what they did with Nipsey, bro.
Yeah, I feel like that too.
I feel like
what's his name? The DJ for Ellen. He was highly invested. Yup. Yeah, bro. Some of these celebrities be highly invested in that shit, and the establishment don't like that. Niggas like Tory Lanez.
Right.
Tory Lanez was way too them NFTs. He was killing it. That was just too much money he was making off of that. Yeah, they don't want nobody to be ahead of them. Even some of the crypto execs, like these exchanges and stuff like that. They going to jail and they ended up floating on the ocean. The one crypto billionaire dude was basically found just like Malcolm Jamal-Warner, but next to his beach house in Puerto Rico.
Right.
Some crypto billionaire was found floating, saying that it was an accidental drowning. But they were saying his family was saying he was getting threats. You know what I'm saying? So that's another thing. Not saying that was Malcolm Jamal-Warner's, like not saying that anybody did anything to him, because we don't know the official story yet. We just know that it was an accidental drowning, but we don't really know the facts behind it yet. Gotta wait till more stuff come out. But yeah, they don't let these celebrities get too ahead of themselves. Every time they try to get too ahead of themselves and it's not authorized by you know who, the ones who's running the end that you can't even say their names on YouTube.
Yeah.
Or they just take your channel.
I'm talking about the small hat community.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just call them small hat.
When you do something against their orders, yeah, they take you out. And it don't even matter the skin color neither, because look what they did to Roseanne.
Right.
They took Roseanne whole show from her and called that shit the Connors.
Yeah,
when she literally wrote that show. She was the executive behind that show, and she was the star of that show. It was literally her show about her life and her views and her comedy routines was all in that.
Right.
And look how they took that shit from her and made her look racist. You know what I mean? So it ain't even really about skin color.
Yeah, and no, it's not, because she's part of that. She's part of the small hat community. You see what I'm saying?
Exactly.
She from that community.
And she's probably more authentic than the people that she worked for.
It's not about skin color. It's about power. It's about keeping secrets. You got to move up in those type of positions that you see some of these people in. They got to they got to withhold secrets, man. They got to be able to keep their mouth shut.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you seeing all these mega celebrities, billionaires and all that, 500 million, 400 million, you know what I mean, worth 1.6 billion and all that. Like, they got to keep their mouths shut. They can't say nothing. You know what I'm saying? So that's it. Just Bill. I feel like Bill wanted to try to. Bill seen where it was going, so he tried to get ahead of it, and it just wasn't meant for him to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, they scared Bill so bad that Bill just stopped, was completely silent. You know what I mean? He went completely silent, bro. They called him up for the Malcolm Jamal-Warner shit though.
Yeah, they
But
called
other
him
than
up.
that,
They called him up, or maybe AI Bill. They called
the
up.
AI Bill. Yep.
What Bill hit 90-something years old, ain't he?
I don't know. Let me look it up. I think Bill like
Bill
close
have to
to
be.
that.
He have to be in his 90s by now, and he still sound like he's in his 60s on that call. I don't know about that, bro.
I mean, some people still got their wits though at that age. Cause Bill wasn't like into heavy drugs and all that shit. Like, he wasn't like strung out on drugs and
He
none of
wasn't
that
on.
type of shit.
I don't know what the hell
So
Bill was doing out there. I would say 88.
88. Yeah, Bill 88. Yeah, but
I guess that could have been Bill.
yeah, I feel
Who
like it's
knows these
Bill.
days, man? It's just so much BS on the internet.
Yeah.
It's so much manipulation. It's so much manipulation on the internet these days, bro.
That's why we always gotta revert to this brother right here.
Don't be fooled by the internet. It's cool to get on the computer, but don't let the computer get on you. It's cool to use the computer. Don't let the computer use you. You all saw The Matrix. There's a war going on. The battlefield's in the mind. The prize is the soul.
Yep, that's why we always revert to that brother right there. People that foreseen and shit, and see what this was going to turn into. Bill was one of the people that foreseen and seen what it was turning into. That's why he tried to get ahead of it. Prince, Michael Jackson, like that's crazy, bro. That Disney stole Michael Jackson's whole idea. Mike Jackson had the idea of buying Marvel and turning it into a station. Basically what it is now, a digital platform. Like, you know what I mean? That was Michael Jackson's idea. They straight murked him out the way and just stole his whole idea. That's crazy, bro. They said no way in the world we can have this man owning Marvel. Half of Sony, Marvel. Like, Mike Jackson would have owned a lot of stuff, bro. If they would just to let him rock out and then just leave him alone. Just leave him alone. Just leave him alone.
Yeah, they block. Yeah, they definitely block these celebrities when they try to make big moves like this on their own. I mean, look what they did. Look what they tried to do with Q with the Big Three.
Yeah, Ice Cube with the big.
Just because they ain't want him to do, they was doing shit to block them.
NBA. Yeah,
yeah.
Because it was competition with NBA.
Yeah, so they don't, and he sort of did that on his own. And the industry don't like when people do things, when those types of celebrities do things on their own, because they become the competition. I mean, it's been an ongoing thing since the beginning of Hollywood, man. Since the beginning of that industry, they always treated these artists like that. They always treated them like that.
Yeah.
Because it's always been a business of, enterprising for a certain community. And it's also the main form of propaganda.
Right.
And they need to keep control because they want to control the propaganda sector, because they want to control the information. Which has been one hell of a tough thing for them to do lately with the internet. Because the internet basically decentralized the information.
Facts. Yeah.
So since the information been decentralized, and everybody is free to post any type of information they want up there for the world to see.
Yeah.
It sort of took the power away from the mainstream, and they still trying to hold on.
Right. Yeah,
Which
that's a
they
fact.
losing their power every day. But
Yeah.
it's still a lot of disinfo on the internet that you have to comb through.
Yeah.
Now it's even worse because of AI, artificial intelligence.
Right.
It's even worse now. You can really fake some stuff. Now you gotta decode what's AI and what's not. And I'm starting to see people post old videos up that we know for sure ain't AI because it's been on the internet for years, but newer generation didn't see it and they thinking that it's AI.
Right.
And you gotta tell them, nah, that's not AI. That's a video that's been around even before AI. So that's how they gonna try to cover up a lot of stuff too.
Yeah.
They just say, oh, it's AI, it's not real. But those of us who've been around the internet for a while know some of them damn videos ain't no AI.
Hell nah. Hell no.
And that's just it's crazy. But there's also a lot of AI videos that do look real.
Right. Facts. And they getting even more. It's getting even more realer with the technology that's coming out. You know what I mean? So
I give you a prime example that the one video with Diddy and Biggie, when Biggie was all acting weird around Diddy and hugging up with Diddy and saying your skin is soft and all that. People thought that was. I seen people post that and people under there saying that ain't real. That's AI.
yeah.
But those of us who was around that time though, damn well we seen that live. We seen that on TV live with them niggas doing that. That wasn't no AI. that was a video that they was actually acting like that on a video.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of that going around. So you gotta be careful even on the internet. Because now you got the AI and then you got some videos that's not AI that people need to know that ain't AI, bro.
Yeah.
That's an old video.
Right.
But then you got some videos you're like, oh, that's AI. And like with Bill Cosby, when him talking about Malcolm Jamal-Warner, we don't even know if that's just AI or not.
Yeah, right. It's
That
getting
shit could
tricky.
be AI.
It's getting kind of tricky. Yeah, it's getting kind of tricky out here, yo. Being as though that AI, you can't, you know what I mean? It's getting like the technology is getting so advanced that you can make, shit look real. Like I done came across plenty of clips on the internet I thought was real, but it was actually artificial intelligence. So I'm like, yeah, the technology is getting more and more advanced. You know what I mean? So, man, I tell you what though, we're about to start seeing a whole lot of things happen, being as though that this financial system is taking place. We're seeing a whole lot of nonsense come out in the media. Oh yeah, oh yeah. And we're gonna continue on seeing craziness, crazy and madness come out in the media about celebrities, about certain celebrities, especially after the fact they don't need these gatekeepers around. They don't need these gatekeepers no more.
They getting rid of niggas. Like, I don't know if everybody realizing, but the celebrity death rate been high as hell in the last couple of years.
Right.
I mean, it's always been hot because people die. Don't get it effed up. Everything is not a conspiracy. People die, but there's been some funny deaths on the Hollywood scene, like that Anne Hesh shit.
Yep.
Matthew Perry, like that's like some mysterious type shit right there.
Yeah.
Bob Saget, like they said blunt force trauma to his head, and they don't even know how the hell it happened.
Yeah.
I mean, we seen Anne Hesh crash into a building.
Yep.
She comes out alive. She getting up, and they basically rush her down and hold her down like she did already, and push her in the ambulance and drive off, and then tell everybody in the world that she did. When we all seen her get up.
Told you she rolls up out of that bag like Thriller.
She rose up out of that bag because she was trying to escape. That's why she ran into that house, because she was scared and she was trying to escape from somebody.
Yeah.
And they caught her.
Yeah.
I mean, they caught. So it's like, yeah, Kobe death was crazy. Yeah, like you think about it. I mean, celebrities die, man, but like
Some of that
like
shit be
regular
mysterious.
people like us, people die, but some of that shit was mysterious, bro.
Mysterious. Like, and that shit was way mysterious.
Yeah, that and that shit was mysterious.
Cause she crashed she was driving and getting away from somebody, and she crashed into the house.
Then Matthew Perry.
Yeah, Matthew Perry, right? And he was putting all that Batman shit up on his Instagram. Coded messages.
Now, mind you, we're not saying that somebody took Malcolm Jamal Warner out. We're not saying that. We need more information before we.
Yeah, right.
I mean, we're not saying anything happened to him like that, because people do. There are accidental drownings that happens. Like that happens quite frequently.
And being as though the internet is heavy into conspiracy theories, like that's the first thing people gonna think.
Right.
Oh, he was sacrificed.
And we're not thinking like that with him, but we talking about the celebrities where it was kind of
where it's kind of mysterious.
You know what I'm saying? It was kind of shit. It was a lot, man. It was a lot of mysterious things, man. What's his name? DJ. What's Ellen's DJ name?
Twitch.
Yeah, DJ Twitch. That was even like kind of suspect.
And his wife. Yeah, and then his wife.
Yeah.
The way she was acting. Yeah, that's kind of suspect.
And then what's his name? That played the Enemy of the State, Gene Hackman.
Gene
and
Hackman.
his wife. That was a weird ass situation.
It damn sure was.
The dog was even dead. The dog died. Gene Hackman and the wife, all of them dead in that house.
Yeah.
Like it's
certain.
And then the mysterious behind the celebrities being taken out by going to jail. Tory Lanez.
Yeah, that's that.
Did he?
Some people I don't know, man. It seems like there's a shift that's happening, right? So these, like we said, we're gonna start seeing a lot more of this shit in the media. I'll tell you that. We'll see a lot more of this shit in the media. Yo, if you're in here, double tap the screen to like this video. If you ain't like this video yet, this live stream is definitely this live stream is endorsed by Night and Day Herbals.com. Make sure y'all check out our website, Night and Day Herbals, man. Shop with us. We can sell nothing but high quality products on there. So if you're a person that need to get your body right, whether you need to detox or start taking your minerals and just start caring more about your health, definitely hit up our website, man. Check us out. We've been in business for like the past 6 years, man. And we've been selling, high quality product that, that whether it's for your skin, whether you need, herbal soaps for your skin, body oils, we have stuff for hair growth, everything on there. Lotion, CBD.
We got stuff for detox.
Lotion. Yeah. Rose water for your skin and your hair. We have different shampoos and conditioners on here as well. And this is all high quality products, man. It's like nothing that you would get at a regular, dollar store or Rite Aid and CVS and things of that nature. This ain't that. This is high quality products, so limited. We don't mass produce anything. So we got vapes on here. We have CBD smokes. These are rare. Nobody really got the ones we got because these are straight high quality CBD cigarettes. We got different strains on here, as you see. Mint, pure passion, rose petal, lavender, original, CGS, CBG, CBD. We have blue lotus herbal blends as well. You could smoke or drink in a tea in the form of tea. Man, we got the edible gummies on here as well. With 50 milligrams, you get 12 in a pack. Definitely order these if you're a person that, need to relax and is dealing with anxiety,
Pain.
Pain, or you have insomnia, or you just need something to relax and sleep, and you're not a person that really smoke. The edibles are real good. These gummies right here are definitely real good. I take them my damn self. So,
but let me be clear on something with the gummies though. Let me let them know that it's adaptogenic. Like it adapt to whatever you're doing. Because when you take the gummies, if you're moving around and stuff, it'll actually give you energy. But once you like settle down, you're ready to chill and relax. It helps you relax. So it does both. It's like it just depends on what mood you in and what you're doing at the moment.
All right.
So it's not like a downer, and it's not like an upper. It's like in between. It's a hybrid. So and it's adapt to whatever you're doing. So don't think that you can't take it, during the day or anything like that. If you need it, you will still be able to get stuff done.
And these gummies are organic too. They non-GMO, vegan, organic gummies, so you ain't got to worry about any synthetics or red dyes and none of that. We don't use none of that. Red dyes and all the dyes they use for coloring. Nope, none of that in this. This is all natural, all organic, vegan. As you see, organic glucose syrup, organic cane sugar. You know what I'm saying? So this is all natural. And you see the coloring, they use apple juice, organic carrot, organic pumpkin, organic black currant. You know what I mean? That's how you get the color. So shop with us, man. Take advantage of the 35% off as well. Well, up top is the BOGO, 40% off on gummies and all smokes. So that's all the smokes, the CBD, cigarettes, and the pre-rolls. So you got to use BOGO CBD 40 during checkout, and you get 40% off. So make sure y'all shop with us, man. We ship out fast too. So a lot of y'all that ordered from us should have already got your packages last week, and the ones that's ordered to get your packages this week, because we don't, the mail don't really run on Sundays and none of that. So y'all get y'all packages this week. All right. So we appreciate y'all, man. We appreciate y'all coming through, rocking out with us on these live streams, liking these videos, sharing these videos, letting people know about 90 Day Network, 90 Day Talk Media, man. And if you ain't subscribed yet, definitely make sure you subscribe to this channel. Subscribe to our main channel, 90 Day Network LLC on YouTube.
Subscribe to our cartoon channel, 90
Day Cartoon Network. Yeah, 90 Day True Crime. We got multiple channels on this on YouTube. We got a crime channel, 90 Day True Crimes, 90 Day Cartoon Network, 90 Day Network LLC, and 90 Day Talk Media.
So if you see anything with Night and Day on there, it's usually us.
Right.
Just let y'all know. We got multiple channels. So
yeah, check us out.
90 Day Network on all platforms, including Rumble.
Including Rumble.
Y'all into Rumble,
yeah.
Rumble.com. We also just look up 90 Day Network on there.
Yeah, Rumble, TikTok, X, Facebook. Yeah, we on all platforms. So check us out, man. We're going to go ahead and get up out of here, man. Catch y'all on the next live stream. And on that note, bro, you got anything else to say to the people?
Oh, we out.
Shop now at nightandayherbals.com and enjoy 35% off all our herbal CBD products. Automatically applied at checkout.